take a look over here. So I put in a support beam, the full length, that's kind of halfway between these guys and the exterior wall. Because these are only 2x8s, they're so undersized that they couldn't carry the load up above. And so these posts, I had to dig out, put in footings. Finding, renovating, and then renting old properties is always an adventure. These are my experiences. Okay, so support beam number 2. And I can't remember if I mentioned it in the last video, but these old houses, the slab is only about 1 inch thick. Some areas less than that, some areas maybe slightly more. So anything that you do that's going to take any kind of a load, you got to put in a footing. And so that's what I was doing there, digging those out, putting in some footings. So I had to run a beam in the midspan area between the main center beam and the exterior wall, because the 2x8s that were there were just not able to support the load up above. So there are 3 walls up above that go 2 stories that run perpendicular to the beam. And so that's where I put my posts, were directly under those walls. That's in those areas. Their sags were anywhere from 1.5 inches to one of them was almost 2 inches. The 2x8 was cracked on that one, is cracked all the way through on the one that was 2 inches. And so doing this was not difficult. It was just very tedious. The time it took to just keep the jacks level, keep the beam straight as it was going up, and adjusting all those post jacks along the way. There was a tremendous amount of pressure on those posts. It wasn't just the weight up above, but it was fighting the pressure from those joists and everything just being aged into that position. And so you're not just fighting the weight, but you're fighting the pressure pushing back at you because it doesn't want to go that way. And so all said and done, digging the footings, putting this all together took me roughly 16 hours. And so now we've got to jump over to the other side and kind of do the same thing over on the other side. And I'll show that in the next video.